Hello learners, I am Dr. Raju Pancham, Assistant Professor in Education, Ganpat Parsekar College of Education, Harmal, Goa. Today I am going to discuss on Indian knowledge system, that is Vedic education system, and my subtopic is relevance of Vedic education system in today's world. Now let us begin. Now learners, today's our topic is relevance of Vedic education system in today's world. Now under that we will see the great legacy of Vedic education system, IKS as a guiding element of National Education Policy 2020. Next our topic is contemporary relevance of Vedic education system, and under that the different aspects we are discussing like Gurukula education system, extensive meaning of education, extensive aim of education, holistic learning, experiential learning, extensive aim of education, development of values, extensive curriculum of education, development of effective teaching methods, cordial relationship between teachers and students, sustainable living, spiritual growth, equal opportunity to all, and specialization in education along with the innovation opportunities. Learning outcomes, the student teacher will able to describe the great legacy of Vedic education system. They will able to recognize Indian knowledge system as a guiding element of National Education Policy 2020 with respect to the goal and curriculum aspect. Student will able to explain contemporary relevance of Vedic education system, explore research opportunities in relevance to the multidisciplinary research, use the knowledge of Vedic education system in their life. Now let us start with our first point, that is great legacy of Vedic education system. Now India is very unique country with diversity in all aspect in the sense of geographical way, topography, climate, vegetation, and all these features we have diverse in our country, as well as language and culture and traditions also. India was first nation to build a more advanced education system during the Vedic period, making it the world's oldest civilization is known as Vedic education system. Thousands of years ago, our seers created an education system that humans completely generated. So it is generated by the human, that are those who are living in the India. All this refers to a country with millennia long history, but question was, how would we time bracket it? Can we time bracket that particular legacy? So in that case the question arises, this type of question arises because of Veda cannot be put in some time. For example, Arthashastra, about Arthashastra, people are saying it is 2300 years old, that is Kautilya's Arthashastra. Now when we say Arthashastra as a Kautilya's Arthashastra, but then in first mantra he says it is not my work, I am gathering solely the opinions of Bharadwaj, Ushanas and other individuals. However, I am going to disagree with some of them and agree with some of them. Thus, the age of Arthashastra is not 2300 years, but 300 years before he put it some. The same was mentioned by Sushruta regarding Ayurveda. This is the great legacy of our country. After that we can say that the Bharatiya way is sustainable and aims to promote everyone's well-being. So this is the greatness of our Bharatiya traditions and Bharatiya knowledge. It promotes everyone's well-being as well as it promotes the sustainable life also. We must regain the comprehensive knowledge system of our heritage and for doing so, generations of scholars must be trained to illustrate and represent to the rest of the world and way of life that is so distinctive from the rest of our great civilization. So, IKS means Indian Knowledge System as a guiding element of National Education Policy 2020. Regarding this, it emphasizes on the recognition of great legacy of eternal Indian wisdom and thoughts. So, it is mentioned Gyan, Vigyan and Jivan Darshan, which is emerged from the observations, experimentation, critical analysis and experiences that we gain in our education system. The approach of validating and applying has influenced education, research, technology, the art, administration, justice, the law, health and the industries of the manufacturing and commerce. This has influenced classical and other language of Bharata that were transmitted through the textual, oral and artistic traditions. Now, today, knowledge of India means the knowledge from ancient India, its successes and challenges. So, using Indian knowledge system as a guideline element of National Education Policy 2020, using our ancient knowledge system offer a distinct perspective, that is Bharatiya Drishti, to address contemporary and emerging global challenges is the primary goal of learning from the past and integrating Indian knowledge system in our education system, which we have not integrated that particular knowledge system in our formal education. So, in that case, the curriculum of the school, universities will scientifically integrate the Indian knowledge system, and this would be happened by including mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, yoga, architecture, medicine, agriculture, engineering, linguistics, literature, sports and games, as well as governance, the political processes and sustainability in education and in life also. Also, it would also incorporate tribal knowledge and indigenous knowledge and traditional methods of learning, and this will happen. There will be a further education specially focused traditional, that is organic crop cultivation, forest management, natural farming and tribal ethno-medical practices, and student in secondary school would also have exposure to interesting coursework with Indian knowledge system. Now, move towards what are the contemporary relevance of the Vedic education system in different aspects. The first aspect is it gives us the Gurukula education system, and in Gurukula education system, teacher is a counselor, that Guru is a counselor, a mental and spiritual parent who encourages and imparts the knowledge through experiential sources, models and molds value and encourages mental and spiritual growth of the students, and it is honored worldwide owing to its multidimensional life and scientific management approach, as well as various skill and knowledge imparted since the childhood of the individual or the student. Next point is extensive meaning of education is given by Vedic education system in nowadays. Now let us begin with contemporary relevance of the Vedic education system. So first aspect is Gurukula education system. In Gurukula education system, Vedic education system has given a Gurukula education system, that is, in this system Guru means a teacher. In modern aspect we can say that, and he is a counselor, also a mental and spiritual parent of the student who encourages and imparts the knowledge through experiential sources, molds the values and encourages mental and spiritual growth. And it is honored worldwide owing to its multidimensional life and scientific management approaches various skills and knowledge imparted since childhood of the student. Next point is extensive meaning of education. Vedic education system emphasizes the importance of the continuous learning, knowledge acquisition, promoting a balanced lifestyle. Students were expected to continue their studies and contemplation throughout the life, benefiting the society through their experiences, promoting continuing education arrangement. So in that way we can broaden our meaning of education. Now next is extensive aim of education. In this, aims at preserving and enhancing the health, developing the knowledge, observing social and national duties, preserving culture, moral and character development of the child, as well as livelihood, art skill and spiritual growth among the other objectives. So we can broaden the aims of objectives and objectives of the education in the context of Vedic education system. After this, we can say that it is relevant in terms of the holistic learning. In holistic learning, a strong emphasis is given on the holistic learning, which emphasizes the interdependence of various knowledge domains and the values of well-rounded education. And here, students need to encourage to explore a broad variety of knowledge, abilities rather than focusing exclusively on the limited number of technical skills. So we can make our education system as a holistic, as well as we can promote the holistic learning through the knowledge of Vedic education system. So that is the relevance of Vedic education system in terms of the holistic learning. Now it is emphasized on the experiential learning also. Experiences and observation as a means of learning, as we know, and it include the hands-on experiences and insight in the learning process is emphasized by the experiential learning. Here, real-world experiences like internship, apprenticeship and project-based learning in curriculum we can adopt or include. This method can be used in the contemporary skill education development. Now, in relevance to the stress management through yoga practice, we can say that comprehensive approach to internal, physical and spiritual well-being. So, we can develop the comprehensive approach of the student in terms of the internal, physical as well as spiritual well-being of the student. And it exercises which are given in the yoga that integrates energy management, breathing exercises, physical posture, stress management and meditation to enhance mental, emotional and physical health as well as spiritual well-being. So in that way we can say that the Vedic education system is relevant in terms of the stress management and by doing the yoga practices. And also apart from these vital abilities for the success in life we can develop among the students. Now, contemporary relevance of the education system in terms of the development of values. As already you know what kind of values are developed in the student in Vedic education system, and in Vedic education system it emphasizes the importance of ethical and moral values such as honesty, compassion and respect, tolerance, responsibility and cooperation. So these values are very important for cultivating a positive learning environment and for the promoting the well-being of the student, teacher and the wider community also. After this, we can see the extensive curriculum education in relevance of Vedic education system. Vedic education system focus on the developing all the three aspects of the people development, that is natural, social and spiritual. The curriculum included both the spiritual and material subject with languages, literature, religion, philosophy and ethics being the most compulsory. Curriculum promotes to enrich the sense of peace, humanity and universal brotherhood also. So we can develop our curriculum in that way. So after this, we will move towards the development of effective teaching method. So in effective teaching method, we can say that we can develop the different kind of effective teaching method, but whatever the methods are given in the contemporary in contemporary relevance of Vedic education system, we can see the development of values. So in Vedic education system, it is given that many values we can develop among the student through the Vedic education system, and it emphasizes the importance of ethical and moral values such as honesty, compassion and respect. Also tolerance, responsibility and cooperation. So these values are important for cultivating a positive learning environment and for promoting the well-being of the students, teachers and wider community. Apart from this, it is relevant to make an extensive curriculum of education in contemporary era. Vedic education system focus on developing all three aspects of people such as natural, social and spiritual. The curriculum which is given by the Vedic education system included both the spiritual as well as material subject with languages, literature, religion, philosophy and ethics being the most compulsory subject. And we can promote nowadays to enrich the sense of peace, humanity and universal brotherhood to adopt the Vedic education system curriculum also. So that's why in that case we can say it is relevant in terms of the curriculum of the education. Now move towards the development of effective teaching method. We can develop the many of the teaching method by adopting the Vedic education system, and so many methods are used. So in contemporary relevance of Vedic education system, we can see the development of values among the students. The ancient Indian wisdom emphasizes the importance of ethical, moral values such as honesty, compassion and respect. Also tolerance, responsibility and cooperation. These values are important for cultivating a positive learning environment and for the promoting the well-being of the student, teacher and wider community. Also it is relevant to the extensive curriculum of the education. Now the Vedic period focused on the developing all the three aspects of the people, natural, social and spiritual. The curriculum included both spiritual and material subjects with language, literature, religion, philosophy and ethics being the most compulsory. The current curriculum in our country is extensive but not multifaceted and not developing all the three aspects of the human being. The subject that promote to enrich the sense of peace, humanity, universal brotherhood should be vital part of the curriculum in current scenario. Educationists and planners are now focusing on this aspect to improve the quality of education, and they are framing the respective curriculum for in different levels of the education. Now in development of effective teaching method, it is relevant. Effective teaching technique like imitation, lecture, question answer method, practice and listening, discussion, logical thinking, experimentation, exercise, drama and storytelling were created by educators throughout the Vedic era. the usefulness and appeal of these techniques were emphasized, and the teaching method of Vedic period are still relevant in nowadays and will remain so even if science and psychology have led to development of various new and effective techniques strategies, and they need to use as when they require. So in that way we can say that it is relevant in developing the effective teaching method nowadays. Now another aspects are cordial relationship between teacher and student. Throughout the Vedic era, there existed a cordial relationship between teachers and student, with teacher watching out for the student well-being and making efforts to improve their development. And people also responded with the same commitment to serve, respect and attention to the directions. The commitment of teacher was crucial to the learning of the student, and in this world, teacher must be committed to their work and make an effort to support their professional goal, as well as the student should have the utmost respect for their teacher, creating a positive learning environment between teachers and students, which promotes the discipline. Also, it is relevant in terms of the sustainable living also. Indian knowledge system emphasizes the interdependence of the all beings to attain sustainable living practices, including the idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is, the world is a one family. Considering these environmental issues and demand for the natural resources, conservation and preservation, these principles are getting more and more important. So in that way we can say that it is relevant for the sustainable living also. We can promote the spiritual growth through the... So Vedic education system is also relevant in terms of the cordial relationship between teachers and students. So cordial relationship is established throughout the Vedic era, and there existed a cordial relationship between teacher and student. Teacher watching out the students' well-being as well as making effort to improve their development. Also, people responded with the same commitment. Nowadays, we have to focus on that particular relationship for creation of the positive learning environment between teachers and students, which promote the discipline. Also, it is relevant to the sustainable living. So, sustainable living in Indian knowledge system emphasizes the interdependence of the all beings to attain sustainable living practices, including the idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is, the world is one family. Considering these environmental issues and demands for the natural resources, conservation and preservation, these principles are getting more and more important. After this, we can say that spiritual growth is also been possible with the help of Vedic education system, and Indian knowledge system such as Vedanta, which is based on the ancient writing, that is Veda, impart the spiritual growth, attention and awareness of the nature of reality. And comparable training offers guidance on tone enhancement, tone mindfulness and search for the meaning and purpose of life and satisfactions. So in this way we can say that it is relevant to develop the spiritual growth. Now, contemporary relevance of the education system in terms of equal opportunity to all. In Gurukula system, it is emphasized on the values of child's relationship to their family and community as a whole, and it creates the inclusive family in which all the children receive equal treatment, including teacher and pupil. So if we can incorporate this system in contemporary schooling, this revolutionary concept every child can create a socialistic pattern in society by adopting this system. Now, another point is specialization in education. It emphasizes or marks the beginning of the specialization in education, initially based on the student abilities. And today, specialization is widespread globally, providing the student with equal educational opportunities based on their abilities, capacities, and promoting equality of educational opportunities. So, after this, we can say that there are so many innovations were made in Vedic education system, and we have the different kinds of opportunity in by adopting the Indian knowledge system as given in the Vedic education system for innovation practices. So IKS have historically made significant contribution to the science in the field like metallurgy, astronomy and mathematics. The fact that modern wisdom and technology still depend extensively on ancient Indian generalization like trigonometry, the decimal system and zero demonstrate the significance of Vedic knowledge system for promoting innovations and progresses. Now, after this discussion, we can say that there are so many research opportunities in multidisciplinary research, and this knowledge system or Vedic education system is relevant in multidisciplinary research nowadays. Now, how? Indian knowledge system is living. It is not something dead or something which is non-existent or anything that kind. The Vedic literature contains the description of advanced scientific techniques, sometimes even more sophisticated than those used in our modern technological world. Now you can see the picture. The picture is of Nellai temple is one of the most famous Lord Shiva temple located in Tirunelveli, one of the biggest temple in Tamil Nadu. And this is the temple has several characteristics having special things about this. It is a place of religious significance also. According to Dr. B. Madhavan, if you are looking this picture, if you want to know the science, engineering, technology, apart from the historical significance as well as archaeological significance, we must have to visit this temple. The temple is best facet of science and engineering technology conceived 1500 years back. This is only temple even today we can go and tap all these pillars and experience 7 notes of music. It is a musical pillar. This temple is built 1500 years back by Nandra Singh. Here the important thing is that a cluster of 48 pillars carved from a single stone, which is not possible at all. And there are 161 such pillars that make this temple great and make this musical sound. According to Dr. B. Madhavan, the material which you are trying to shape, so these temple are made of, or these pillars are made of from the granite, which is hardest material for mankind, and it is not easy to work on granite. If you want to work on granite, you need what is called high speed alloy steel, that is in the form of tools. You must have to use the harder than the material, means which kind of tools we are using to carve the stone, that must be harder. And this is simple rule in physics. The material with which you are trying to shape another material must be at higher level, and it is from a single stone. They have carved a cluster of 48 pillars from single stone. So how they are carved? So questions are there. So we can find out how they are carved, how they are make that particular tool, what kind of material used to make that particular tool, and how carefully they have carved that particular single stone to make 48 musical pillar. So this is one of the aspects. So here they have studied over there and they have innovate or discover the different kind of material having a specific proportion of iron and steel material. So India was great in iron and steel also, and there are 161 such pillar that makes this musical sound. Now if you have to make musical sound, this is another aspect you can say. To Dr. B. Madhavan, if we want to know science, engineering, technology, so we must have to visit this temple, and this temple was everything. It is best facet of science and engineering technology conceived 1500 years back. At least the first thing is building this temple is impossible, and granite is the hardest known material for the mankind, and it is not easy to work on granite with a normal tool. If you want to work on granite, you need what is called high speed alloy steel in terms of the tool, and must be used to carve carefully, and that particular tool must be harder than the material. This is a simple rule in physics. The material with which you are trying to shape another material must be at higher level. So this is the legacy we can see in this temple, which shows that the relevance of our Vedic education system. So this is one of the aspects. So they have discovered the higher material than granite by making the alloy of steel in proper proportion. And another aspect is what? So there are some 161 pillars over there, and 161, all the pillars are creating musical sound. And if you have to make musical sound, you must or you should know what is called sound engineering. We must have a knowledge about the sound engineering, and you should know sound engineering because you should know the frequency, you should know the amplitude, and in physics all these things were taught. So without knowing all, how the ancient people have made that particular tools as well as create the music or create the frequency with a proper amplitude. So this is the greatness of this temple. Now another example is a very famous pillar in Qutub Minar, metallurgical legacy of our Bharat, that is India. This was shifted to Qutub Minar in 300 AD from Orissa, and they knocked it off and then took it other. They have left in open rain from thousands of the year, and rain, temperature, heat, everything was there, but there is no rust is found on that particular pillar. And similar kinds of pillar and beams are located at least at 20 different sites in India, in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Orissa near the seashore. So this country had great technology in iron and steel. So these are the relevance in multidisciplinary. They have done the multidisciplinary research in all aspects, in material sciences also and in spiritual sciences also. Now another, so in short we can say that in Ramayana, Mahabharata and Birish Upanishad we found the brilliant discussion of management, so which is also having the multidisciplinary opportunity in multidisciplinary research. Acharya Chanakya management, which is used to make modern principles and are being used worldwide. Apart from this basic Vedic cosmology, astrology, space research, planets and galaxies, medicinal sciences and surgery, nuclear theory, thermodynamics, energy concept, environment management and many discoveries and innovations are the part of Vedic literature. So we can learn from this, and there is an opportunity to have a multidisciplinary research in our education as well as in respective fields also. And finally, as we as Indians suffer a very loss economically, socially and spiritually owing to ignorance of such a great Vedic literature, and it is time to put our focus back on the Vedic knowledge so that our youngsters grow on all fronts, especially research, development, skills and knowledge building to make India great again and lead the world with balanced growth. Thank you very much. So now I have used the material referring the following references. So these are the references.